Welcome to Marks and Smarks. I am Jose Sands. I'm here with...
The one and only Hollywood Marcus.
And...
What happened? This week I'm not going first?
Nah, man.
Oh.
I took it from you. I had to do what I had to do.
He's got to be first in something.
Not in points.
Not in points. That's accurate.
This is Big Ralph.
We're here to talk about this week in wrestling, what could have been, what should have been, and what was. Gentlemen, we are in prediction time. This is a prediction show. And to recap, we need to recap our points to see where we are from the beginning at Royal Rumble to now. Any pay-per-view, and that was we also added the Greatest Royal Rumble into this group. Currently, the leader is Big Ralph with 39. Coming in a close second is Jose Sands, that'd be me at 37. And trailing as the caboose of the train is Hollywood Marcus at 34. Hollywood going into this new prediction show where we have two pay-per-view or two network specials, one being NXT TakeOver Chicago and the other being Money in the Bank. What's your strategy to see if you can come out of the slump you've been in since the beginning of the year?
I've been trying to be, Hollywood and going with what I think professionally who should win. Like, I'm trying to predict the storylines, but no, I just don't care anymore since I'm so far behind. So I'm just going to pick who I want to win, regardless of my wrestling history and who I think should win. So.
Your wrestling history, what the history of you wrestling or watching wrestling?
Watching wrestling since I was a little Hollywood.
Would you be just a little Holly or just a little Wood?
Both, actually.
And Ralph, what do you think of doing? What's your strategy to try to keep the lead?
I just have my peoples. They let me know.
Your WWE peoples?
I mean, they've let me down, but I'm still in the lead, so.
You are.
No, I think you're playing it off because like you just pick to throw us off, but you keep yourself in the head. So yeah.
Maybe we'll have to. We'll see after
Sunday. You can't. No, this doesn't work. You can't fool me. I know your game, but it's okay.
All right, gentlemen. So let's start this out here. We're going to go with NXT TakeOver Chicago. See what we think or who we think might be winning this match. We got Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream. I'm going to start with you, Hollywood. What do you think?
I would really like for Velveteen Dream to win.
Velveteen Dream.
Because he hasn't beaten, he beat, what's that guy's name? The fake McFoley?
The fake McFoley? Oh, Cassius Ohno.
Yeah, I can't, that's how much I don't care about that guy. Yeah, he beat Cassius Ohno, but I mean, as far as pay-per-views go, he didn't beat Black. Who else did he fight on pay-per-view that he didn't beat? I'm just trying to I think he deserves more.
Right.
And Cena said he's the next guy. So I'm like, if he's the next guy and Cena's promoting him, he needs to get a victory. So I'm giving it the Dream just because they have more stock in him. He's been there longer than Ricochet, so I think that he's going to win it.
Yeah, but what about having Ricochet? Ricochet's only other network show that he had or showing was the ladder match for the North American title, in which he lost. So, are you really going to have him lose 2 in a row?
That doesn't count because it wasn't a singles match.
So then,
Velveteen. Does it hurt him to lose this match?
I don't know. He's still new. He's still fresh. People will be okay with Velveteen Dream losing. Fighting to a losing effort because they love the character so much than having Ricochet, who just got there, and losing.
I don't think you push Ricochet that fast this soon. And if Dream wins, but he wins by shenanigans or cheating or something, you always leave it open for a rematch. I would love to see a best of 3 series out of those two. So, I mean, he might win the first one, but Ricochet might win the next 2. You never know.
That's an idea.
Yeah, so I'm going with Dream.
Ralph, who are you going with?
I'm going to have to, unfortunately, agree with Hollywood.
Why is that unfortunate? It shouldn't be unfortunate.
Yeah, why is it unfortunate?
I don't know. It just is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's not a good answer.
Yeah.
This is a podcast. Like, elaborate.
It's a big Ralph answer.
It is a Big Ralph answer. You can't go wrong with that. It is what it is pretty much it. If you get
No, because I usually like.
if you get a paragraph out of Ralph, it's a little too much.
That is correct.
Wow.
Big men don't talk too much.
Don't need to.
Exactly.
Actions speak louder.
It's just honestly, I've been lacking on watching NXT lately.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go with Hollywood since he seems to know a lot more of what's going on this time around.
He is the expert in the NXT portion of our show.
My favorite show.
Hey,
My favorite wrestling show. That and not NXT, but NXT and New Japan are my two favorite wrestling products at the moment.
I am going with Ricochet. My reasoning is that right now, if you have them either Velveteen Dream or Ricochet go for any type of belt, it'll have to be something like North American at the moment, which is Adam Cole, which would be a good match, Ricochet, Adam Cole, and then Velveteen, even if he lose, having him rematch Aleister Black for the title would be interesting if Aleister keeps it. So I feel that Velveteen can take the loss and go on to bigger things, but Ricochet needs the win to show that he can go for a title.
I can respect that.
All right, so
I said I respect it. I don't mean I agree with it.
oh well. Hey. So I don't know what the order of the card is, so I'm just going in what I wrote down. So we got the Undisputed Era. That's Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for the NXT Tag Team titles. I'm going with you, Big Ralph. Big Ralph, who's your pick on this one?
I'm gonna have to go with Undisputed Era.
Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but Oni and Danny Burch, man, they're looking pretty strong going into this. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly lost in that great match this past week against Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom title.
I am lacking on my NXT right now, so I'm only going by who I like.
You know what, though? I agree with you on this. I feel Undisputed should keep the titles.
My people, they haven't told me anything about NXT lately, so they only told me main roster stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't talk to Triple H daily, like you're
not. Triple H doesn't like me. McMahon likes me.
He's a Shane McMahon guy.
Yes.
Oh man. Don't do that.
All right, so Ralph's going with Undisputed. I'm going with Undisputed. Do you agree with us, Mr. Hollywood, or are you going to the Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch tribe?
Undisputed.
We're all undisputed.
I don't think I love Burch and Lorcan.
No, love them. They're great.
They're awesome. And when I saw them wrestle each other, like I said last episode, the first thing I said was they will make a great tag team, and they did. But I think you don't take it off Undisputed. You can have them keep it for a while.
Yeah, you got to have a really dominant tag team to take them off. Somebody that
the thing with Undisputed is there's always that shenanigans that they can throw out there.
You always have a third man in Cole.
Yeah.
And he's not wrestling on this show, so.
Yeah, you also have Cole, and you don't know where Bobby Fish is with his injury. If he's still rehabbing, if he's done, he could become a factor too as well.
Yeah, he could come to the ringside and just distract the referee.
I think if Undisputed loses, it's going to be somebody like War Raiders.
I think they're building them strong. I think they're going to do with War Raiders what they tried to do with the Ascension and AOP, but I think they're going to do it right this time.
Well, I mean, War Raiders is looking really good, so let's see what that could be down the line. I mean, they're still new to the scene, and they need to be established first.
And I kind of think they're passing on Heavy Machinery because they don't seem to be getting. They win their matches, but I don't think they're getting the push that War Raiders are getting.
They lost to the Street Profits, so
I like the Street Profits.
I do too. But they lost the Street Profits, and as they've been doing in the last couple of weeks, TM61 seems to be, they're showcasing them as heels now. So I don't know. We'll see.
I don't see them as heels. They look too stupid to work it. I don't know.
They look too stupid. What? Because they're pretty?
No, they're not even pretty. They're just, I don't like their face. Like, one of them just has a weird looking face.
Okay.
And I think Shane Thorne is too much of a good looking guy to be a heel because the women will like him. So, I mean, I don't know.
Really? Adam Cole's a pretty good looking guy, and he's a heel.
It's Adam Cole. He's a Panama City Playboy.
Exactly, but he's a heel.
That's Adam Cole. You can get away with it.
Oh, okay, but you don't think Shane Thorne can get away with it?
Nah, I don't know.
I don't think you know Shane Thorne well enough to give it if he can get away with it or not.
I know all things.
Oh,
Continue.
Jesus. All right, so the next match I have down is Shayna Baszler, the current NXT Women's title, versus Nikki Cross for that title. I'm going to pick Nikki Cross. I'm starting this one, guys. I like Nikki Cross. I think she needs her due. I think it's time. I think we should give it to her. She could drop it the next time to Baszler, sorry. I don't know why I keep wanting to do it. It looks like it says Baszler when you read it, but it's Baszler. But I feel like she should get it for at least a run, a time, and next time lose it. She can lose it to her and then join Sanity on Smackdown whenever they debut.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go. Whoever. Yeah, you know what, Marcus? It's your turn. What do you think?
Give it to. Oh, I put it in the wrong spot. I put it in a Black Sullivan match.
That doesn't matter. Oh, on your spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Cross. I think she deserves it. I think she's been on long enough, and if she didn't go up with Sanity, then hell, man, give her the title.
Yeah,
she needs the title.
Yeah.
My professional opinion is I don't think you take it off Baszler this soon because you kind of damage her if you do. She's been built up as a monster. She's been built up as pretty much this wrecking house, powerhouse of a woman. But I don't care, man. I'm going to go with my feelings, like I said, and I'm going to give it to Cross. I like her.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. All right.
I'm going Cross, too.
Wow, we're all agreeing. So this is kind of...
Even if I win, I still lose. What the hell?
I know. But
I just think that she's just crazy enough, and that even if Baszler is a powerhouse, I think that she's just too crazy for Baszler to handle.
Like Cross.
Well, if
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Like even if they've been building her as a powerhouse, I just think she has she's a variable that you cannot take into equation.
What?
Like you can't.
I know what he means. You
can't counter out.
Yeah.
No, I got you. For a second, I was like, "What the hell, pick her out?"
I stumbled on my words.
I just don't see like Asuka was so dominant. I don't see Shayna in that role. And then when Nikki fought Asuka, it was pretty damn good match. Last woman standing match. I mean, that was where I kind of was like, okay, Nikki Cross is legit. She needs to have the title. But it was Asuka at the time, and Asuka had this streak that was going that you just didn't know if she was ever going to lose, and Nikki was kind of the closest to do it. I guess Ember was, but I felt Nikki was the first one. So, I don't see Shayna as the same type of dominance as Asuka was. So
yeah, it's different. It's not the same. She has a different
so
aura.
I feel Nikki can beat her. You know, if she went to the limit with Asuka, then she could definitely beat her. So. And I just want her to get it. She deserves it. She's been there forever. They haven't used her as much as they used to. You know, Sanity's not there. She's probably the only legitimate person right now. And eventually you're going to have Shayna go against Kari, right? I mean, that's got to have a rematch in there again because she won one.
For the title?
Yeah, I would save it for the title. Because didn't Shayna beat her one time already on TV?
Kyrie beat her for the finals, and then Shayna beat her again. So it's 1-1 right now.
Yeah, so you want to have the go home match, the rubber match. Why not for the title? Make it that, you know. But
you're going for Cross, right?
I'm going for Cross, but I don't. I think that if you're gonna that would be a WrestleMania time one for Shayna. You know.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be.
I don't think people care.
And I don't know if it would be SummerSlam, you know, right before SummerSlam.
Do you think people still care enough about Kairi Sane, though? Because she doesn't look like she has some popularity that she used to have.
Well, I think they have so many stories going on right now, and you need somebody to go against it. I think they're saving her. I think you save her. Right? I mean, why not have the popularity? She's been having these great matches with Lacey Evans, and Lacey Evans been looking pretty good too. So
No
I
one
mean,
can impress me.
they're building up their women. They didn't have any strong women right at the moment that had strong characters that are already established in NXT. That's why they went with Nikki Cross. I think you can milk that another pay-per-view, right? And then keep building the other women behind that, so that when Shayna gets out, you have a new person. Like, you can have Dakota Kai again go after the title at a losing effort, and then have Kari come in and do it at the WrestleMania takeover area. You know, that's what I think. I don't know.
Unless, because I see Bianca Belair coming up pretty strong, so she might be a contender too.
But see, like, I would see Bianca versus Kari before they go to Shayna. You know?
Like a number one contenders thing.
Yeah, and have those two feud for a while. That would be a good feud, you know? Because right now they're not in the Shayna Baszler storyline. Give her to Cross for a couple of pay-per-views, and then, you know, throw Dakota Kai in there because they already have a history. Keep Bianca and Kari in there at some point fighting for thing, and then when that feud is over, Kari goes for the title.
You see, this is what I like. We can literally talk. We can have a whole show about the NXT Women's Division, the matchups, who we want to see fight. You go to the main roster, it's just like Asuka, Charlotte, Ronda Rousey, Jax, like those people. Like nobody else really you care about. So I think NXT is doing a good job in building talent, making their talent look reputable, building their talent up. So kudos to NXT.
I'm surprised you didn't say Ms. Bliss.
I like Alexa. You know I like Alexa, but her matches aren't something that's gonna make me stare at my screen like Baszler versus Ember Moon. That match, I was like, wow. Baszler popping her shoulder back into place, Ember giving it all she's got. Ember versus Asuka. I like the physicality. I like the moves. I like the aura that the match has. You know I love Alexa, but she can't wrestle on the level of those other women, so it's not the same.
I also think that Shayna's also still new, and she needs, and Cross is a veteran in a way, because Cross has been there. She knows the system. Not only that, but she's been on the indies longer than Baszler. So I feel you need somebody to help her get along. Also, change her style a little, you know? So I think that's a good person for right now. You need to put her in program with a little more established people to get her comfortable before she goes into that match with Kairi Sane. Same thing with Sane. You need Sane to be established a little bit more and get put into the system. I mean, you even have Candice out there, which would be good, but I think she's still so wrapped up in the Gargano storyline that once that plays out, then you can kind of fit her in the mix.
Totally forgot about her.
I did too until I just right now. Because I was thinking who else was there, and you still have her. She's still there. So
I saw a match between her and Adam Cole. That was... I'm like, dude, if she can do that with Adam Cole... Exactly. If she can do that with Adam Cole, you know what she can do with the women that are in the division, so...
Yeah. Well... So next is the one that, well, no, I don't think this one. I think we're all going to pick the same person on this one. We got Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan for the NXT title. Titanium title. Titanium title, Mr. Hollywood. What are you going for, sir?
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's all at the same time, at the count of 3, say who's going to win, and then we'll discuss about it. Discuss it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I honestly think I'm going to say something different than you guys.
All right.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Black.
Sullivan.
Wow.
I don't know. It's and then we'll talk about it when we get to the men's ladder match. He's a powerhouse. How do you bet against him?
Easy. Alistair's better. He's the champ. He has more stamina.
He doesn't have to win by pinning him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, but
I
don't
mean,
know.
Black doesn't have to win by pinning him.
He can submit him, too.
And the other way around, Sullivan doesn't have to win by pinning him. You know,
You know what? He
disqualification,
has
count
to
out.
beat Black.
He does for the title, but if Ralph could be onto something. Lars Sullivan could win by disqualification, a count out.
It's like my pick for the men's ladder match, which we'll get to it. He's a big man, like he can just overpower. Like, I don't know.
He has been. If you've been, well, you haven't been, but he's been owning Black like bad. Like, just he caught Black Mass, gave him a freak accident maybe like 3 or 4 times. Like, he's been dominating Black pretty bad. But usually when that happens, that means that the babyface comes out the winner.
I'm on the page with Marcus. I think Black is going to win, not with Black Mass, but with like some type of submission.
But because he caught Black Mass.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like the logic, Ralph, and I was thinking. Now you made me think that Lars doesn't have to get the title; he can win, but still not get the title. So maybe there's that possibility too.
It could be like he just gets pissed off and just starts attacking him, and he gets disqualified for not listening to the ref.
Or counted out.
Yeah. Or counted out.
He could have been beaten so bad that he didn't get back in the ring.
But I think, what was that match that dude get beat so bad that he lost the title? I don't remember, but it was recent. It was in the last year.
He got beat so bad he lost the title?
Yeah, no. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens beat Sami Zayn so bad the referee stopped it and gave Owens the title.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess there had to be a stipulation for that, though.
No
it was like a knockout or something?
It's like referee stoppage. Referee was like, no, this is it. And Kevin won, and he won the title.
It's true.
So if Sullivan can do that, then, hey, man. More power to you.
All right, so the match of the night, which is I'm going to consider the main event, because they've been just featuring it every time prominently, is the Johnny Gargano or Johnny Wrestling versus Tommaso Ciampa Chicago street fight match. The stakes there are no really stakes, just two people beating the living hell out of each other. Ralph, I'm going to you on this one. I know we all did it together, but it was, let's see since Ralph had the odd pick on the last one. I don't know if it's an odd pick. It's just different than what we thought.
Just going against the grain. That's
going
the big
against the grain.
Play.
Who do you go for this one? Maybe it'll help Marcus pick what he's gonna pick to get some points.
I'm gonna have to go with Johnny Wrestling.
Ooh.
I like Johnny Wrestling more than Tommaso Ciampa.
You know what they're calling him now backstage?
No, they're calling him now.
Johnny Main Event.
Oh.
Oh.
Because no matter what
Johnny
he
5-star match, right?
Yeah, because no matter what he does, he pretty much steals the show. So
he is the Shawn Michaels of NXT.
Oh, I was gonna say the Seth Rollins of NXT since that's more current, but I like the Shawn Michaels of NXT.
I liken him to Shawn Michaels more because he's more of an underdog. His size is he's not overwhelming in size. He's always fighting from underneath. It's more of a Shawn Michaels thing than a Seth Rollins thing.
Oh, I got it. I like it.
I'm going Tommaso. I think he needs to win, and you're going to have one final match to get the rubber match.
I think so.
And that feud. Johnny wins one. That's the feel-good. Like, that was the one where he finally decides he's going to have to hurt his best friend because he was still kind of And this is the one where he's so enraged, with hate because of what happened and how he's been messing with him, that Tommaso wins. And then the last one is the go home. I don't know. Then, one of them leaves again, like maybe do loser leaves, and then Johnny wins and Tommaso wins. I don't know.
How many matches have they had?
Well, if you count Cruiserweight Classic, this would be the third.
And
Johnny won both so far.
Whatever. I'm going
Give him a
Gargano.
clean sweep.
I want Gargano to win.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. My instincts from watching wrestling all this time tells me that Ciampa wins, his wife gets involved, throws in the towel, something of that nature.
Ooh, I didn't think of that. That's a good one.
But I still want Gargano to win, so I'm picking Gargano.
Like, if you had told me that, like, oh, the loser just, he honestly just quits, I'd be like, okay, I want Ciampa to win so that Gargano goes to the main roster. Just like you supposedly Owens and Zayn, were fired from SmackDown, but then they were hired by Raw.
Right.
But if it's just for pride, I want Gargano to win.
I thought the last one was more pride. This one's more for revenge.
So wait, who is your pick, Ralph?
He's picking Gargano. You're picking Gargano. I'm the only one going against the grain. Ciampa.
Hey man, you might get some points.
I know. So as a recap for the NXT,
Finally catch up to me.
Wow.
I don't know. You and I are pretty much the same until the last match. Oh, actually, no, the last two.
No.
Actually, no. Like, I'm opposite on the... Okay, so you and I have three that are different. So if any of those three I actually get, I could either pull ahead or be farther behind. So the NXT TakeOver Chicago predictions we've got. I am for Ricochet and Marcus Hollywood, and Ralph are for Velveteen Dream. We all picked Undisputed Era to go over Orny Lorcan and Danny Burch. We all picked Nikki Cross to go over Shayna Baszler for the NXT's Women's Champion, or Women's Title. Marcus and I pick Aleister Black to retain, while Ralph picks Lars Sullivan for the NXT to win the NXT title. Ralph and Hollywood go for Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Main Event, Johnny 5-Star, and I decide to go for the Blackheart.
Ricochet can do.
What? Ricochet could do what? I decide to go for the Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa, in the Chicago Street Fight. That's NXT TakeOver. We'll find out these results Saturday. Hopefully, one of us pulls ahead of Ralph, and he doesn't get a bigger lead.
It'll probably be you because I'm so far behind. And it doesn't even matter right now.
Doesn't matter. Look, you can get close. You can get closer.
That's what she's. Never mind.
You're only at 34.
Yeah.
If you get all 5 matches, you get to 39.
I don't want to be 39 yet. I'm already 34, so.
Oh, God. All right, so that's Saturday night. Now, Sunday night, we got the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, dual brand, no more split brand pay-per-views, which is kind of good, kind of bad, I think. I don't know if they showcase everybody as much as they used to, but, hey. So we'll start with the kickoff match. The kickoff match is part of Smackdown Tag Team Titles. That's the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Rowan and Harper. The Bludgeon Brothers for the Smackdown Tag Team Titles. Let's see. Who do they go? Ralph. All right, so we're going to go...
Mr. Sands, who was the last
Sands.
man out.
Yeah, I guess I was. So I am picking... God, I really don't have a preference either way. Hold on. Let me think this through here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick.
Yeah. I like the Good Brothers. I'm going with the Good Brothers. Marcus, Hollywood, what do you think?
Bludgeon Brothers, man.
Bludgeon
Ain't
Brothers.
no way. Ain't no way they beat the Bludgeon Brothers, man. The Good Brothers are just cannon fodder.
Carl's
so.
abs.
Carl's abdominals.
Hot Chinese wife? Come on. Or Japanese wife?
Japanese.
I apologize. I
Asian.
corrected myself.
His hot Asian wife.
Oh, yes, that's what he
That's
said.
true.
His hot Asian wife.
His hot Asian wife is very pregnant right now, so she's not going to be at the show.
She might be.
No, she's super pregnant. I don't think she can fly pregnant.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty pregnant.
Oh.
All right, so Marcus picking Bludgeon. What do you got, Ralph? What does your WWE sources say? What's Shane McMahon telling you?
My WWE sources say they keep it on the Bludgeon Brothers because it's too early to switch the titles.
I'm telling you, man, there's no... Dude, they use the Good Brothers as legit, like, just slaughtering lambs. There's no way they beat the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't see it happening.
They use the Good Brothers the same way they use Mr. Sand's favorite tag team, Breezango.
That's a shame too, because they're actually really good.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
They're both good teams, but unfortunately, they just use them like, oh, we need someone to get beat up.
Yeah, but
Here you go.
who are you setting these guys up for? I mean, is AOP coming out as what do you call
No,
it?
isn't AOP on Raw?
Oh, is AOP on Raw? Is Sanity coming out as faces?
They should.
They should. Yeah. I don't see why not.
All right,
Know what I'm talking about?
I guess. But then you got a big guy. You got Killian Dane. You got two big guys going against one big guy, Killian Dane, and then Eric Young. Let's say he goes over to it. I mean, Carl Anderson's a pretty big guy. Luke Gallows is a pretty big guy. Carl Anderson's, from what I hear from
ripped.
Hollywood, that his New Japan stuff is pretty damn good. So
He is pretty good.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't like the Bludgeon Brothers as the tag champs. I like them. You
like them as contending for the championship.
I just don't
having the championship.
Yeah, they just don't do anything with the champ. It's like,
Yeah, but the entire tag division on Raw and SmackDown right now is in shambles. None of it's good. So I guess I just go with who I think is going to win.
yeah, that's what we're all going with. That's the whole point of a prediction. You think they might win.
No,
Exactly.
I need to know.
All right. Well, tell me who you think or who you know is going to win against this next match. I got Big Cass versus Daniel Bryan.
Brian.
Big Ralph will go with Big Cass, actually.
Oh, the big boys are going together.
I think Big Cass needs to win more than Daniel Bryan needs it right now. And Daniel Bryan already has one over on him. If Big Cass wins, then they could set up for a third match later on.
I'm going with that logic, but I'm going with a stipulation. He wins
A DQ.
DQ.
Who Cass or Brian?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think Brian.
I think Bryan wins, but DQ.
Points. Bonus points.
Bonus points. Hey, I got bonus points coming up later in the women's match.
Oh, I think all of us do.
I have bonus points for the men's ladder match.
You could
Oh.
you can pick either one.
Yeah, we all have bonus points in the men's. All right, so next match I got Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley. And who did I go to last? That was Marcus, right? So Ralph, who do you pick?
Honestly, bless you.
Sorry.
Honestly, this match, I can't get behind it. Like the segments
Yeah, the
that have
segments
set up
brought it
this
down.
match they have brought me down. But because he needs to win more, I'm gonna have to go with Bobby Lashley. Hopefully, we will see a mean Bobby Lashley, a pissed off Bobby Lashley that will just wreck Zayn and give him vertigo again. I had to throw it out there
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
because they that's the one thing they always say is like, oh, he had vertigo and vertigo here, and I'm like, dude,
What?
We know.
So you go for Lashley.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
for
actually
Lashley.
going for Lashley as well.
I think Zayn gets just demolished. He gets wrecked really bad. I think all that pent up crap.
Aggression.
Yeah, Lashley's just gonna take it out on him.
That's what I'm hoping to see.
You want to see him get destroyed.
Yeah,
I want
to this
to
point.
see an aggressive Bobby Lashley.
Right. And I think Sami Zayn's going to pull out a good match with him, though. That's
Yeah.
Sami
Sami
Zayn's
Zayn can have a
the
good
guy
match.
that's going to pull out a good match like he did with everybody who comes in. He pulls out a great match out of him, But at least now he's doing a little bit more character. Not very, not a nice character, but a character.
He's obnoxious. He's very just hello.
Yeah, you said he's hypnotic. I thought there was more to that statement.
No, that was it.
Okay. Thinking of obnoxious people, we got Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns. So I guess I'll start with this one. I'm going Mahal for the win. Mahal with the win, but the one of the Singh brothers is going to cause a distraction.
I don't care who wins this
Brother
match.
there.
Huh?
The only Singh brother there.
Well, it could be returning Singh brother.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares?
All right. Well, for point wise, who do you want?
But don't what
Big Ralph will pick Roman Reigns, only because I think Mahal got the best of him on the Go Away show.
you know what? I'm gonna go with Reigns because Lesnar's gonna lose his title at SummerSlam. He's the number one contender, so Reigns. There you go.
All right.
Who are you picking?
I'm picking Mahal. I say there's going to be a distraction from one of the Singh brothers.
Maybe Great Khali comes on. I don't know. Who cares?
Or
Whatever.
somebody, yeah. All right, so let's go SmackDown Women's Title. You got Asuka versus Carmella.
Asuka.
I guess I don't have to ask. Ralph, who do you want? Ralph says Asuka.
Ralph wants Asuka. Now,
you know what? I like this. I like this, Ralph. You're talking to yourself in third person. Big Ralph likes Big Cass. Ralph likes Asuka. I'm like, okay, this is your new gimmick. You are the man who talks about himself in third person.
That is correct. Big Ralph likes Asuka.
Big Ralph
believes that Carmella is wily, but
Wiley.
Yes.
All right. Marcus, do you want to go? Hollywood, do you want to go with this one?
Asuka, just because of Carmella's math. Carmella's math said that Charlotte beat Asuka, and I beat Charlotte, so I could beat Asuka. They're just waiting. That's like writing up the wall for her math to just get like common chord and just destroyed. So yeah, I'm going with Asuka. If you guys don't know what common core is, then
core.
Her common core wrestling math.
I have a question regarding that math before we get to
the common core.
The common core math.
No.
Or the math of Carmella.
The math of Carmella. Okay, did Asuka not beat Bayley?
Yes.
Did Bayley not beat Charlotte once?
Yes.
So by Carmella's math, Asuka has beaten Charlotte, so Asuka is greater. Big Ralph says so.
Okay. And then she
more?
lost to Charlotte as well, so she's even right now.
So she's even. That means she's still great, Asuka.
Yeah.
So she's doing
undefeated
division,
Asuka.
long math, theoretical math. She's like on a different level.
She's doing the new math that they're teaching.
She's the Stephen Hawking's of WWE, man. She's doing all types of math.
Oh my God. Stephen Hawking's of WWE. I am going Carmella.
Oh.
I'm telling you why right now, because of the reports that came in recently on the dirt sheets saying that James Ellsworth might be in the building.
I read those reports. I sent you those reports. I hope they're not true. And if they are, I will not be happy. Do not ruin this match with that.
According to what you sent me from the Lords of Pain, right? We got to give the credit there.
Indeed.
They said that he wasn't going to be there. He had an engagement in China. The people in China just said that he canceled on them last minute. There's rumors about it that he was saying he helps Carmella win the title. Interference from Ellsworth.
You know who, dude? He's the freaking intergender champion. What the hell is that?
I think that's awesome. I think he took whatever he had there and the last bit of before he left when the girls were beating him up, and he decides to be the intergender champion. I think that's great. And you know what? With him already working with women, him getting his butt kicked by Asuka, that's perfect.
The world... Dude, it's a title that he unveiled. Like, he made this title. He just...
It's the same... It's like the Andy Kaufman thing. He was the intergender champion of the world. He's just kind of bringing that back around.
World intergender champion. What the heck, dude?
Like Zack Ryder's, what is it, Internet champion?
At least that was something legit to get him over. Just what is this?
He's using it to go around. Come on. It's a great gimmick. I don't see what the problem is.
He's using it to put food on his table.
Right.
Let do you care? Man work and get his money.
It's part blue, part pink. It's a nice looking thing. I mean, why not? He's been going around. People are liking it.
It's whatever, man.
All right, James Ellsworth, Carmella. That's what I got. We got the next Raw Women's Title match: Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax. I'm on the fence on this one. Anybody else want to take?
Rousey, but with a cash in.
All right, I'm going to pick Rousey. I'm just going to go with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
on the fence. I don't know which one can go.
I am gonna agree because it's something I've been saying for a while. It's Rousey, and Natalia catches in on her.
All right, so let's go Intercontinental Champion. We got Elias versus Seth Rollins.
I am going to go with Elias.
Ooh, I'm going Elias too, actually.
I think it's his time. He's been doing great. His segments draw, and no matter what he does, it's automatic goal. He's like the Miz. No matter what he touches, is one of those things where you're just like, yes, please more.
I'm gonna go against you guys, and I'm gonna go for CrossFit Jesus.
CrossFit Jesus.
CrossFit Jesus. Yeah. He is hot. He's on a roll, but I think Elias needs it. I think Rollins could take the loss.
Probably, but I'm still gonna go for Rollins.
No, I'm all right with that. I mean, it's a good pick either way.
So me and Joe going for Elias, and Ralph is going for
Rollins.
For Jesus.
For CrossFit Jesus.
He might be, because what's his name? Wasn't it Shawn Michaels and God versus Vince McMahon or somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vince and Shane versus God.
I need that as a match of the week. We need to see how that actually worked.
Oh my god.
All right, so last man standing match for the WWE title. We got Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. I'm going to go with Nakamura.
I'm going to go Nakamura too. I think it's his time to win that championship.
He needs to win this championship.
Nakamura.
We all Nakamura. I think we got
heel. It's been, what, 5 matches? Yeah. 4 matches? So yeah.
He needs to get the title. He needs to have the title. We need a heel there. He's doing amazing work as the heel. He needs the title. He just needs it. I want to see the heel Nakamura with the title.
He's so obnoxious, and everything he does, like, I don't speak English, his pen doesn't work. It's like...
But it's obnoxious, but I get glued to it, and I laugh. I find it hilarious.
Well, we all agree that SmackDown's doing some amazing work right now. Like, it really is.
And the thing about it, AJ lost his temper. Like, Nakamura made AJ lose his temper. So, if he does that again in the match and he can take advantage of it, he wins.
Right. All right, so let's go for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Ember Moon versus Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Lana versus Naomi and versus Sasha Banks. So I'm assuming, Ralph, that you're going with Natalya.
You assume correct.
Because of
Big Ralph picks
your
Natalya.
prediction before. Wait, I got to write this down. Ralph says cash in Natalya. I gotta write that down for extra points on your Ronda thing.
I have it. I already have it.
Oh, you already have it? Okay. Well, if I'm gonna do my recap, I gotta have it so I understand what's going on. Indeed. So Hollywood, indeedly, who do you pick?
At first, I was going with Becky, but I changed my vote to Natalya.
You're trying to get points, aren't you?
No, because I think what's gonna happen is she's gonna cash in on Ronda. Because I don't think Ronda is ready to be a champion.
Like a full-time champion.
Yeah, I think, give her the belt, but I don't think she's ready to... Like, she's good as far as the press goes because of UFC and her movies. So she's good as far as media, giving interviews and being that person that you throw out there. But she's still not used to WWE culture. She's still not used to being in the WWE. So the only person I think can help her transition smoothly and better will be Natalya. I don't think Nia Jax is that person to help guide her and nurture her and move her along. I think you give that to somebody who's already a veteran in Natalya. So, yeah, that's why I'm switching my vote to Natalya.
Wow. Damn.
Does that make sense?
It does, and you're totally turning my answer here. You're totally making me really want to
question yourself.
Yeah, because I was looking at it going, who would be the best? Like in my mind, a heel would be the best with the title. So I'm thinking Alexa. I'm thinking. I know it's a very far fetched, but I was thinking Lana, because Lana Aiden English getting involved, Lana, something like that happening. Because I'm trying to think of who would benefit from having the briefcase. Like Carmella, you didn't think she would win it cleanly at one point, so having the briefcase for her would elevate her. I feel like Alexa, Lana, even Sasha in a way would be better to have the case. I don't think Flair needs it. I don't think Moon needs it. Becky Lynch needs it though too. Damn. Because I actually thought we might get a heel Lynch.
I'd rather see a
But
heel.
see, Carmella but because I think Carmella will still be the champion, I don't think, one of those people like a face or anybody on SmackDown would have it. Because your SmackDown people are not are not heelish in a sense, except for Lana,
Well,
and
is
you
she
got
really
Charlotte
a heel?
Flair. Okay, so let's say I'm breaking this down here.
You
Okay.
don't know Naomi, so yeah, she's a heel.
Naomi, yeah, Carmella, if
Yeah,
Carmella
but
retains
Rusev Day
it,
is not really a heel anymore.
yeah, but see, if Carmella retains it, right? Let's say Carmella, your people in SmackDown, you got Charlotte, who can get it at any time. She doesn't need a briefcase, right? You've got Becky. Becky might be the only one that needs the briefcase, but if you have her cash in, it kind of makes her heelish, right?
Correct.
You got Naomi, same thing. You have her cash in, she kind of goes heel, and she's too popular, and she could probably go for the title on her own, right? Lana would be the only one in SmackDown that would benefit from it, but if we have a heel champion, it doesn't make sense.
But she can't wrestle.
It doesn't matter. You have to have somebody have the title that needs that push. Carmella is not the best. Alexa is technically not the best, but it's all the stuff they do outside. And Lana's hot right now, but she can kind of go heel. But you have Carmella, I'm picking Carmella's to keep it, so it doesn't make sense. So now I'm thinking you guys might be right in saying that a Raw person should get it. So that leaves Ember, who eventually will get the title run, so she doesn't need it. Alexa, who will work well with having the case because of her persona, so she would be a possibility. Sasha can go heel with that, and that would be fine, against Ronda Rousey. Let's say she keeps it, right? That makes sense. But you guys really picked a damn good thing with Natalya. Like, that logic seems so good. I don't know now. Damn. I know, and I'm usually... I've picked the last multi-person matches. I've picked them right. But you guys are making such a strong case. If the women's match goes on first, then the possibility is so there.
Yeah, that's the only thing my pick counts on. Is if the Money in the Bank for the women's goes first.
I'm between Alexa and Natalya right now, and Sasha actually.
I think Sasha is too damaged.
Yeah,
But if you give her the that's the thing. If you give her the case, she could do so many things with that. She goes to the boss persona with the case.
That's if they turn her heel.
You just almost.
I mean, you could make the same. You can make the same argument for Charlotte. If you give her the case, you can make her heel, and she makes a good heel.
Yeah, but her fighting that would go if Asuka wins. But then she would want that. I want that rematch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys are making it so. All right, I'm going. Look, Alexa's had the title so long. I don't think she needs the case. So I'm eliminating her. Natalya or Sasha? I'm going Sasha. I'm going different. I'm going to try Sasha.
All right.
I don't know if I'm going to win that one.
You're definitely not gonna win that one.
Shut up, Ralph. All right, so we've got the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Got Braun Strowman versus Finn Balor versus The Miz versus Rusev versus Kevin Owens, Bobby Roode, Samoa Joe, and someone from the New Day. We don't know.
Okay,
That's totally right.
This is where the first what's it called bonus point comes in. Who from the New Day
Right.
do you think is gonna be?
Kofi.
I'm gonna go with Big E.
Big
Oh.
Ralph with a big E.
Big Ralph, Big E.
Okay.
What the hell? Oh, there we go.
I'm going Xavier Woods.
I don't think what the hell is there.
Xavier Woods has been on a roll lately. He needs a chance.
So one of us is going to get a bonus point because we all pick somebody different.
Oh, you're going Kofi then.
Yep.
You went Kofi.
All right. Now, who do you pick, Ralph? I'm assuming you're picking Strowman.
See, it's hard. It's a hard pick for me. Big Ralph. Big Ralph says give pass.
Big Ralph says give pass. Hollywood, who are you picking?
So we got Strowman, we got Joe, we got who else?
Balor, Miz,
Balor,
Rusev,
Miz,
Owens,
Rusev.
Rude. And in your mind, Kofi.
So for me, Kofi never wins any ladder match, so I'm throwing him out automatically. I would really like if Joe won it. And if I don't see Bobby Roode becoming champion.
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't see Kofi becoming champion.
Mm-mm.
I honestly don't think the Miz needs it.
I would like for him, but he's already won Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Joe.
Samoa Joe. That's a good pick.
Alright, Big Ralph will pick the Monster Among Men. Even though Big Ralph knows it's wrong, and he knows he's not gonna win, but I just
like you saying Big Ralph.
Big Ralph doesn't know. How do you bet against the Monster Among Men? Like, after what he did in his match against Bobby Roode, he just snapped that ladder in half. I don't know. Just him having a ladder in his hands is a dangerous thing.
Rusev.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, going Rusev.
You think they're finally going to pull the trigger on him?
I think if Nakamura wins, Rusev is super over. AJ and Nakamura have a fight. Last fight for the title again. Right? Somebody knocks the other one out, I don't know, wins the title. Either it's AJ or if it's Nakamura. I don't care which one for the last match. Like, Nakamura wins, and then they do one more match, which you got to have the rematch. Rusev comes in, cashes in, give him the title. And if it's Nakamura who has it, then it'll just bring Rusev's already over, so he'll go face. But even if he doesn't win, Nakamura, let's say AJ wins it, and you have Rusev cash in on him, he can go heel. Right now, he's in that area where he could go one way or another. So he's perfect.
Yeah.
Rusev Udra, Rusev Machka.
I think it will elevate him more than where he is now. He's already on the cusp, right? He just needs that push, and that'll give him the push. As much as I would love to see one of the New Day win it, because that might be interesting, I think Rusev is the man.
I think if one of the New Day wins it, I think what Hollywood has been plotting will come true, and they will finally break up.
I thought about that too. I thought it would be perfect if one of the New Day, but see, if from what Hollywood said before, like if Xavier and Big E are all about Kofi getting the main title, then if Kofi wins it, then they're not going to split, right?
Right.
But if, let's say, and I don't, Big E may be the powerhouse, but I don't see him being the one that if he wins it, that would turn on the other two. I kind of see Xavier doing that. Like Xavier is the one that you can kind of make the argument going, hey, I'm the smaller of the two. You guys don't think I'm the one who backs everything up. Blah blah blah. He's established his dad. I'm the one that deserves this. I need to get away from you two. I'm the only going to do this on my own because I don't need you. Or he wins the title with their help and then turns on him. Something. But I still don't think that plan would work. I think Rusev's the guy. Rusev's my guy. So let's do a recap here. Wow, a lot of freaking matches. All right, so kickoff match. We've got Mr. Sands here is going with the Good Brothers, while Marcus and Ralph, who are going to lose, are going to be with the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
Ralph's got Big Cass because he's Big Ralph and he needs to go with the big people. And Marcus and I are going with Daniel Bryan. I said DQ. I wrote DQ down. I guess I said because he's gonna win via DQ. That's what I'm saying, Bryan. Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley. We all say Lashley's going to give Zayn a lashing. Now, Roman Reigns, Marcus and Ralph pick Roman Reigns, while I'm going with the modern-day Maharaja due to distraction from Singh brother. Don't know which one. Either one's fine with me. Women's title, Asuka is Ralph and Marcus, where I say Carmella's going to retain by James Ellsworth interference. Raw title, women's title, you've got us all picking Rousey, with Ralph saying it's going to be cashed in by Natalya. Intercontinental title, Marcus and I say Elias is going to win, where Big Ralph says Seth Rollins. Last man standing, we all pick Shinsuke to go over. Women's Money in the Bank, both Ralph and Marcus pick Natalya, while I'm going odd man out with Sasha Banks. The last one, we've got the men's Money in the Bank. We all pick somebody different. Braun Strowman for Big Ralph. Jose Sands got Rusev, and Hollywood Marcus has got Samoa Joe, with we're all picking a different member of the New Day. Marcus is picking Kofi, Ralph's picking Big E, and I'm picking Xavier Woods. A few gentlemen or ladies who listen
Wait, hold on.
What?
Here we go. I'm going to get bonus points.
Oh, go for your bonus.
Somebody is going to cash in during the Nakamura AJ match. So Nakamura's going to win it, but he's going to get cashed in on.
Just doesn't matter who, just cashed in?
Yep. Because it's the last man standing match, so they're both in the right position to get
Yes. Okay. So we're going to have two cash-ins on the same day, is what you're saying.
One of them's going to cash in. I'm going to get points for one of them.
All right. Ralph thinks it's the women's going to cash in. You're saying it's the men.
That only happens if a SmackDown is if a SmackDown wrestler is the winner.
Right.
Superstar,
well, Marcus picked Samoa Joe, so that's possible.
Yep.
Joe. I love the Joe chants.
Yeah. If you agree, disagree, want to give us your opinion, who you think is going to win these matches this weekend, either NXT Chicago or the Money in the Bank, please let us know on our Facebook page. New Facebook page. That's Marks and Smarks. Of course, Facebook page. You can leave us a comment there. Let us know what you think. We also got a Twitter called Marks and Smarks at the same time. At the same time? That doesn't make sense. See, this is why somebody else has got to do this every once in a while, because you know what? I get tongue-tied. So, let us know what you think under either Marks and Smarks Twitter or Facebook. You can also leave it on our website, which is Ugeekly. That's UGEEKLY. Let us know what you think. Now, this week and every week, one of us picks a current or old school match for us to review. That match is the main event of the week. This week was Hollywood's pick. Mr. Hollywood, what was your pick?
What happened to the 205 Live?
Well, it's all a prediction show, and there's no cruiserweight title match going on, and you know, the match next week, which is going to be a triple threat between Mustafa Ali, Buddy Murphy, and Hideo Itami, that's the match you're probably going to need to watch.
All right, so before I do my match of the week, if you're listening to this, please do me the favor, go find Chris Jericho versus Tetsuya Naito, and go find Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. You need to see those two matches. Those two matches pretty much made my weekend. Like, go watch them. Go find them. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to say who won, but go watch it. You would not be disappointed at all.
No, that's going to be awesome.
Have either of you two had a chance to watch it yet?
No, I want
yet.
to. Those two, and I think it was you that said Will Ospreay
Mm-hmm.
and Tanahashi.
No.
No,
Well, Ospreay versus Minoru
Suzuki. I heard told me that one was good, and then I saw a tweet from Cody, and he mentioned that he did a 3-on-3 with Liger and Mysterio, and he was with Marty. So I heard he mentioned that match, and I heard that match as well. So that match might be interesting as well. So I have 4 matches out of that I kind of want to see. So you could always pick that match. I said current and old school match.
Yeah, but it's whatever. I picked it, so deal
All
with
right.
it.
Well, what did you pick?
Hold on.
You don't remember? I have it here.
Oh, wait.
Need help.
Hold on. Wait. I'm trying to look at something real quick.
Well, you know what? You should have done that before. That's called prepping.
No, I was wrong. It's Will Ospreay versus Hiromu Takahashi.
I said Takahashi. You told me I was wrong.
My bad.
Oh.
So, just edit that part out.
No,
Um,
no, we got to show that you're wrong every once in a while. Actually,
Yep.
this whole prediction show is going to show you you're wrong.
Hey, I won. I won last year.
Yeah, it was like 4 pay-per-views. That's nothing. For the long haul, you can't last the whole year.
Wow.
All right, go
So
for it.
I picked the whole damn show, the whole effing show, Mr. Pay-Per-View, Mr. Monday Night, Mr. Tuesday Night, Mr. Thursday Night, Mr. Friday Night, all the nights that SmackDown were on.
For
RVD,
ECW.
Mr. ECW, everything. RVD, Rob Van Dam versus John Cena at the height of his Super Cena persona. Because he was Super Cena by this point. I picked this match. I didn't know it was a coincidence that RVD won his title around the same time. Whatever year he won it. I forgot what year it was, but pretty much the same time this year. But I picked this match because I was in the bathroom, forgot what I was doing, and I was like, oh, hey, RVD versus John Cena, let me do that. And
So wait, you just wandered into the bathroom, went, why am I here in the bathroom? And said, wait, John Cena versus Rob Van Dam?
basically,
Apparently.
Then walked out?
pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Probably did some other things in there, but, But,
At ECW One Night Stand 2006 for the WWE title.
yep, the Super Cena, from all accounts, began in 2005, So, like, I love crowd reactions. Crowd reactions, for me, make the show better. It makes it a little bit more lively. It gives it a much more dynamic feel. And if you saw the crowd reactions in this match, oh my goodness. Somebody had a sign that literally said, if John Cena wins, we riot. The crowd threw John Cena's shirt back when he threw it into the crowd. Some guy spit on it, then threw it back.
Oh, yeah.
Some guy flicked him off and basically said F you, like, in John Cena's face. John Cena couldn't do anything, but I mean, like, I was like, wow, these people are ruthless.
The whole crowd was saying F you, Cena.
Pretty much. You can't wrestle, same old, whatever,
Same old
whatever.
moves.
Yeah, it was, I was like, watching that back then, I was like, they're actually going to show this on WWE. They're letting them do that. But, I mean, the crowd went all in. And the match itself was your typical John Cena match. Nothing new, nothing exciting. But you had to realize that RVD was going to win, because if he didn't win that match, they literally would have rioted. They would have jumped the rails. People would have got beat up that night. Legit get beat up. And growing up, I want to say from late 1990s to like the early 2000s, RVD was my favorite wrestler. I loved watching him wrestle, the things that he did in the ring, his matches with Jerry Lynn. Like, I was like, I'm all RVD. So him never getting the title was a big disappointment to me, especially when he went against Triple H And I was like, dude, he's going to beat Triple H. He's going to win the title. But of course, Triple H steamrolled him, kept retained his title. So I'm like, dude, he has to win it here. He has to. And when he did, oh man, like I jumped. I was like, yes, he got him. He beat him. He's the champion finally. Of course, a month or two later, he got popped for drug paraphernalia and lost both his world titles. But what can I say about that? But yeah. This
420.
RVD 420. That means I just smoked your ass, and I guess he did. And and he got popped, lost both his titles, but that win signifies and solidifies with all the hardcore indie wrestling fans have wanted for years, and he finally won it. And his TNA title win didn't mean nearly as much as this one did. This first one was just like, yes, finally, vindication. Our boy RBD finally did it. What do you guys think?
I thought it was a great match. I didn't mind that he won. I actually liked that RVD won. The only thing is, I didn't like that. What's his name? It was kind of confusing for me.
Edge?
When Edge came out and just out of nowhere speared him. I would have liked it if RVD had won it. If one of the ECW guys had come in and gotten involved.
But anybody but Edge.
Anybody but Edge.
That bothered you, not the fact that the 1, 2, 3 was done by Paul Heyman?
No, that didn't bother me. It was kind of weird, but then it's like, well, I guess he makes the rules in ECW, so it's like, I guess he can do that.
If you've watched ECW, anybody can count to 3. There's no rules. ECW rules.
My first introduction to ECW was that right there.
Yeah, in ECW, people just come down all the time, just count to 3. As long as it's not a fast count and it's not somebody actually in the match, anybody pretty much can count to 3.
Huh. I think this match shows what a crowd can do. Like how a crowd can elevate a match or diminish a match. Because this match, this crowd was rowdy through the whole pay-per-view. If you watch the whole pay-per-view start to finish.
Oh, they were.
Their hatred for Cena was so intense that I was wondering when I was watching it, what is going through Cena's mind? Like, is he really taking this all in? Is it really infecting him in any way? Like, is he upset? Like, he at this point he was getting the boos and the cheers already. You know, he was going half and half. But this was just definitive, like, boos. So, if you look at what they did, they didn't do a lot. Everybody got their stuff in, right? But it felt more like RVD needed to win because that crowd was so against. If you have small children, first off, you cannot watch this match with them.
Nope.
Because
not with the sound on.
Not with the sound on, because what the crowd is saying is so bad that it just... I mean, I think they threw toilet paper, they threw his shirt back, they threw his hat back. The crowd was so into this that it made the match more than I thought it was. Like, overall. Like, Van Dam did his normal Van Dam stuff. Cena did his Cena stuff. Cena did a little more aggression. You know, they sold a lot more. I noticed that. Like, Cena sold a lot on that match. More than he has in the past. In the latest ones. Right? So he sold a lot more. They did their stuff. The match wasn't like RVD's done some amazing stuff if you watch some of the earlier ECW stuff. Like, his matches were just amazing. But this was still had that WWE feel, but that crowd was so against him that it made you just you're like, he has to win. You know? It got you involved, which, like I said, a crowd can make or break a match. If you compare like I'm comparing this, but if you think of the crowd when with Rock versus Hogan, Hollywood Hogan at the time, that match is not a 5-star match in any way. It's the crowd that made that match what it is. So, in a sense, the same thing happened here. Like, you needed RVD to win because you felt that if he didn't, that crowd would have tore that ring apart.
Pretty much. Pretty much. That would have been really bad.
But I mean, they did all their stuff. It was a good match. It wasn't like, wow, I was like false finishes here and there like that. Like you felt like you needed, like those false finishes felt different. It wasn't that, oh man, he almost got him. It was, oh man, you got to kick out of this because if you don't, this crowd's gonna go crazy. You know. Even when you said Edge came in and speared him through the table, they just said, "Thank you, Edge. Thank you, Edge." So they needed him to lose. He needed to lose. I don't think if they ever had a plan at one point for him to win that match, I don't. I think they, in the middle of it, they said, "Okay, Cena, you're just gonna have to do the honors, man. You're gonna have to fall on this one."
Yeah, you got to call it audible to
You
let
gotta
it.
do this, dude, because there is no way. But I mean, I figure it seems like he should have won. Like RVD should have won. I mean, just legitimate eyes.
Legitimate. Oh.
Yeah, I can't say it, but it makes ECW almost more legit because they won a major title under that thing instead of that underground ECW brand that they were prior.
He won the WWE Championship, even though they called him the ECW Championship.
Well, he also unveiled the new ECW Championship to Rob Red. So he was a dual champion after that match. So he was awarded the ECW title after he won the WWE title. So, great match, though. I mean, it's not a bad match. Don't get me wrong to say that it's a bad match. I'm just saying that the crowd is a very big factor in this match to make it what it is. Because if without that crowd reaction, how that crowd was, I don't think the match. If you even want to watch the pay-per-view as a whole, maybe not even this One Night Stand, the one before it, the 2005 where they did it for the first time, that was the best one out of it. And you could watch that one from start to finish, and it's just amazing. Like, that, to me, is a great pay-per-view. This one was up there. I mean, they had some great matches if you look at the card. But for the nostalgia feel on the 2005 One Night Stand was better. But this match, that crowd reaction is what made the whole thing.
I think it was your typical John Cena match, your typical RVD match. Even though I've seen RVD do a lot more.
Right. Again, like I said, it was WWE-ized. Style.
It was the crowd. This was all the crowd.
Yeah.
And the good thing it was because, yeah. You know?
I know.
Good.
We all know. Anybody else got any comment?
Nah.
Well, thank you for listening. We're part of the Unique Geek Network, so look for us on our website, ugeekly.com. Again, that's UGEEKLY. You can follow Marks and Smarks on their Twitter and Facebook page. Do we have an Instagram yet?
We have a UGeekly Instagram.
We have a UGeekly Instagram, so you can check that out under UGEEKLY. We're also on Podbean and Apple Podcasts, so please subscribe, leave a comment, and give us a 5-star rating. Until next time, I'm Jose Sands. I'm here with...
The Hollywood Marcus.
The Hollywood Marcus and
Big Ralph.
Saying, see you next time.
Adios, amigos.
Laters.
Viva la raza.
God. Why?